Uche has spent a long time in the hospital, such that he has started to feel like the hospital was his home. He can't remember the particular date he was admitted into the hospital first, but remembers that he was feeling a minor headache. He was rushed to the hospital that day by his father, who thought it was just malaria or typhoid. He was treated by the doctor and he gets better. He was asked to spend the night at the hospital and his father had agreed. That was when he was preparing to resume studies at the university because he had just completed his secondary education. The next day, his case got worse. He remembers that his mother had visited him earlier in the morning when he was about to be discharged, and then the doctor said he wanted to give him one final injection that would finally finish off the malaria and typhoid. After that injection, he was never himself again. The doctor has also not stopped giving him that injection. He gives it to him once daily and it kind of makes him sick, drowsy and weak. It has never occurred to him to check the bottle of the medicine. All his father was told was that he was suffering from a kidney disease. His father trusted the doctor and his medical opinion, so he did not bother to get a second opinion. But if I'm suffering from a kidney disease, I should have died by now. Why am I not dead, despite the fact that there has been no transplant as recommended by the doctor? I have spent almost 2 years in this hospital, and all the doctor keeps saying is that I will die if I go home. He keeps giving me only one injection that makes me weak. I think I have to do my personal investigation, Uche said. It was early in the morning and he had just finished eating his breakfast. He stood up from the hospital bed and went to the trash can in the room. He rummaged through the trash and found the bottle of medicine. He went back to the bed, picked up his phone and googled the name of the medicine. What he saw surprised him. He discovered that the medicine which the doctor has been giving him was nothing else than sleeping medicine. No wonder I was always feeling weak after the injection. I always feel the urge to sleep off. My goodness, I think the doctor wants me dead and I must leave this place immediately, Uche said in his heart. He thought of calling his father, but decided again to throw away the idea. He started planning on how to leave the hospital undetected by the doctor and the nurses. He wants to quickly leave the hospital before the doctor comes to give him injection for that morning. I have to disappear from this incredible hospital with immediate effects. My findings now proves to me that I have no kidney disease. The doctor has been telling me and my father lies about my health condition, Uche said in his heart. He packed up his bag and opened the door to observe. He did not want any hospital official to know he was running away. He observed carefully before coming out of the hospital ward. He walked very fast along the veranda towards the elevator. He passed the doctor's office and saw that it was slightly open. He heard a voice that sounded like that of his mother, Ada. Uche decided to take the risk and go closer to the door to eavesdrop on the conversation Ada was having with the doctor. What is she doing in the hospital this early morning? Uche asked himself as he continued to tiptoe towards the doctor's office. He placed his ear on a tiny opening on the door. I want you to keep giving him the sleeping injection also. Keep telling my husband that he must fly the boy abroad for treatment or he will die. I will keep paying you the amount we agreed on, Ada said to the doctor. What if he dies? Because it's now 2 good years since I have been giving him that injection. It might kill him and I will be in trouble. Why don't you just use your hand and poison the boy if you want him dead? The whole thing is getting messed up and your husband might start suspecting me, the doctor said. If he dies, that's better for me. That is what I want I want him dead, but I want my husband to suffer first. If the boy continues to be sick, my husband will continue to suffer to treat him. This makes me happy, Ada said. Ushe was surprised to hear the things his mother was saying. He had brought out his phone and used it to record everything his mother and the doctor were discussing. I wonder if this woman is actually my mother. Why would she want me dead? Ushe asked himself. He continued to listen and to record. But if I may ask, what did your husband do to you? Why are you making him to suffer? The man has really suffered in your hands. Why are you treating him this way? The doctor asked. It's a long story, but I'm going to cut it short. Ushe is not my biological son, Ada said. What she said sounded like a bombshell in Ushe's ears. It was my housemaid who gave birth to him. Though the boy is not aware, my husband got our housemaid pregnant just 2 months after we got married many years ago. Incidentally, I was also pregnant with my first child at the time. One day, I caught my husband in our matrimonial bed with the housemaid. He was eating her bottle of honey. Out of anger, I beat up the housemaid. My husband did not like that, so he beat me up as well. I lost my pregnancy in the process. There were serious complications and I nearly died. The doctor had to remove my womb to save my life, Ada said. She had started crying. Ushe was shocked by the things Ada was saying. He controlled his emotions and continued to listen. I survived, but I would never be able to bear children again, all because of my husband. My husband begged me to forgive him, that it was the devil. I told him I have forgiven him. Since then, the pain is in my heart. The housemaid later gave birth to a boy. That is the boy we call Uche today. Unfortunately, the housemaid died after childbirth. My husband took the baby to my mother-in-law, who cared for him until he grew up and finished secondary school. He now wants to train him in the university. I can't be alive, and the boy would live. His mother made me to lose my womb. Her own cannot live. I made money so that I will pursue revenge. I will make him suffer and also make my husband to suffer. I'm on a revenge mission, Ada said. I heard everything you said and I have recorded it. You are a heartless woman. I'm taking it to the police, Ushe said as he suddenly entered the room. When he could not control his emotions anymore, Ada stood up and started pursuing him. Ushe ran out, dashed into the elevator, and he was transported downstairs. Ada followed through the stairs, but Ushe was already out of the hospital and disappeared into the streets. No matter where you run to, I will catch you, Ada said as she started her car and drove off.